Hello everyone and welcome to this video on how to get the best out of CSGO Lounge or any other betting sites. Now this, I'm going to start off by saying, this is designed for people who have less than $5 in their Steam account or less than $5 worth of guns. If you're someone who's willing to bet big, this is not the video for you. However, if you're someone who wants, just like me when I first started doing this, only a couple of days ago, was only looking for small bets, only say $0.4, $0.2 worth of guns, this is how the best way to do it, and probably the best way chance of you winning some guns. Now if we go to my profile, I'm going to quickly show you on how originally do it. Again, I'm going to blur out some basic stuff over there. Now if you go to my bet history, you'll see that I've won every game I've gone for, except for one that was cancelled for no reason in particular. Now there's going to be two things you have to watch out for. Firstly, is the first thing I'm going to show you, is make sure you bet big enough. Now in this one, the bets, I'm unsure how high it was, but I think I by power had about 80%. Now if you go down to, I'm going to quickly go down to my, no, not my profile, I apologise for that. If you quickly down to bets, you'll see that in this one, Poland, in 2 days time, Poland has an 86%. Now what that means in basic terms is 86% of all the money spent on betting has been on Poland, whilst 14% has been on Finland. So in this stance, that means if you bet for Finland, that means that you will receive quite a large chunk of money. In this case, if you would bet for $1, you would get that amount of money, whilst if you would bet for Poland, you would have to bet $1 and you only receive about 15 cents. Now one of the problems with betting for a big one with a small amount of money is making sure that that number there, the 86%, is relatively lower than that. To be honest, a safe bet may not be a good bet, as I'll show you now when I go onto my profile. The very first bet I made was on Elevate versus I by Power. Now, I made a quite simple bet. We won, but I bet too little. And although we won, the payout did not establish. So my payout or winnings should be 1 cent. However, stupidly enough, there's no guns available for 1 cent. So that was kind of a non-thing. However, the next one is between, well, 3D Max and LDLC. Now that one won at 95%. However, I did put much more money in this one. This one came to about $3, I believe. However, yet again, although we won, it was only 15 cents. Now, although there's guns available for 15 cents, in this case, because only 5% of people actually betted on the other team, there wasn't enough guns to get trickled down to the low paying people. So in this sense, if it's anything above 80, I would say, or higher, make sure you put in at least $1 receivable money, not $1, you put in at least you'll receive $1. So in this circumstances, I would need to put in about $20 to at least see a $1 return. Now another thing to watch out for is, I'm going to go again back to my bet history, another thing to watch out for is to make sure that you know what's going on in the background. Now, you may be thinking, what do I mean by that? Is in the sense of, if I can quickly get it up, in this one, I spent about $1 and I got 40. Now, that was a great one. However, that one, if we go to the actual game itself, it went down to 73 and 27. This is what I advise everyone who's starting out to bet for. These are the sort of numbers, although you're not guaranteed a win, as long as you only bet small amounts, then that's good. Now, I advise starting with about 50 cents worth of guns to bet with, which you may see a return of about 10 cents, which should hopefully allow you to get a good gun. Now what I would advise you to do with that is, if you go back to my bets, say with these guns, is do what I've done here, is bet for the underdog. Never bet for the underdog if you've got low amounts of money with a good gun. Although the returns may seem amazing, if you do lose that, think about how bad that'll be for you and how much money you have lost out potentially in the future. Now what I do is bet big, or relatively big of course, with easy bets, ones which are about 8%, 75%, ones which you should in theory win, although it's not guaranteed. However, with ones risky bets, like the one on Sweden versus France, I've gone for a easy gun, which only costs 5 cents. However, if I would win that, I would get the return of that 5 cents plus 16 cents worth of guns, although that may change depending on whether people bet more or less on the time. However, so hopefully this has been useful. I may do useful trades, however, as you may see in a possible future video, I'm not that good at trading. But hopefully then we'll see how it goes. But thank you very much guys for watching, and hopefully you may have learned. If you have any more questions about how to do betting or what's the best bet, always advise to leave a comment in the comment section. I'll try and get back to you with possible tips or hints, or even possibly a couple of people to bet on in the future. Although if the bets I do say to bet on loses, it's not my fault, I'm sorry. But anyway, thank you very much for watching guys, and until next time, goodbye.